Happy Diwali to everyone! And I am back home. Like it had been over 2 months since this new phase of life has started for me, that is the MBBS course. And after a lot of settling in, acceptance, and just evaluation of everything, I truly do believe that I have selected the right place to act as my college and my home for the next 5.5 years. In this video, I am going to be taking you through the different points that were considered and evaluated by me and my family when I considered to selecting NAMO Medical Education and Research Institute as the place for me to pursue MBBS, and how it kind of appeared as an out-of-the-blue decision for most of the people, but in reality it was a very well planned out decision and a choice made by all of us. This is what today's video is going to be about. Let's get into it. Now, what I truly believe is that the most important thing that is required for you to achieve any goal is if you're happy and comfortable with yourself, your environment, your peers, and your choices. So let's say you want to clear the NEET exam and you want to secure a seat in a particular college. You will only be able to do this perfectly if you're comfortable with the resources that you have access to, if you're happy with how you're going about the progress you're doing, if the peers around you are like-minded and have similar goals, and if you have like a well set forward plan on how to go ahead. In the similar way, when it comes to selecting your college, it is really important for you to do extensive research and dig into all the different aspects and find the answers to all those questions in order for you to get that satisfied response that yes, you are going to be happy and comfortable in that particular college. So here you're not just supposed to rely on what the internet ranks this particular college as or what one person says with respect to that college, because all of that could blind you towards the things that really matter to you on a personal level. For me, after the NEET results came out, my parents and we made an entire list on all the government medical colleges which were attainable for my rank. And then by doing comparative analysis, we slowly narrowed the options down and kind of revolved around a pattern on whether Aisiri would be happy and comfortable in going to that particular area, that particular region, that particular college to pursue my MBBS. So when my mom came across this college and slowly started to collect more and more information about it, we became really intrigued. And alongside other colleges shortlisted for what we wanted, we went and visited it. Trust me, once I set foot into the campus of NAMO, just looking at the vast infrastructure, the facilities, the college, and the magnitude of books available, it just clicked. And the inclination to want to get NAMO in the AIQ counseling was like top notch. What I mean to say is that the college you select should be made out of a personal choice. You should not entirely rely on what statistics say, because you as a student know what works for you, and by now you know where you will be happy, what sort of environment you need. So if the college you are looking for satisfies all of those conditions, then you're bound to do well and you're bound to develop your character in that area and settle in well. So priority should be given on your personal choices and not on what other people say, because what matters is how you feel from within. And one more thing I'd like to add here is that it is really important to fall in love with the colleges that you have shortlisted. Basically, no college is ever going to be perfect. There's always going to be one or the other thing that one college lacks in, a huge disadvantage it could be. But if you love the college, then you are going to find thousands of positive things that mask it. So it's really important for you to get that personal love and attachment to any sort of college, always. Now going to give a glimpse on what made me come so far, all the way from Karnataka to Dadra Nagar Haveli to pursue MBBS, when I did have the option of staying near home or at least going to Bangalore or something like that. Basically, what I thought during analysis of my options were that I am 17 years old, and if I don't take the risk of going away from home now, I can only do so when I'm 23 years old, that is once MBBS is complete. And what I thought is that by that time, I would already have a different personality, and it'll be difficult for me to mold my personality to become more flexible, adaptable, in the sense that at home, I would still continue to be spoon-fed with majority of the things. So that ability to find balance in everything would not come to me. And right now, in hostel, I am doing a lot of things independently, which I've never exactly done at home. And like once NEET was over, I knew that I wanted to develop my personality to become more open and more versatile. I'm not saying I have now, but I'm getting there. Like I solo traveled all the way from Silvassa to Mysore, and that's like traveling by train, by bus, by flight, and all of those things. And I am really proud of myself for that, because at home I could hardly ever book an Ola and reach a particular place. And it sounds absurd, but I feel that maturity coming from within, and that's only because I took that risk of going far away from home. And coming so far also meant bringing in the language barrier. I am not the best speaker of Hindi, and I'm still not fluent in it, but I can see improvement. And that sign of improvement is like an indication to me that I can accept challenges, overcome them, and it's like a huge booster for me because it shows that I am flexible and I can accomplish things. So it's these sort of challenges that I wanted to accept after NEET that really is boosting my confidence and enabling me to develop my personality in a way. The next thing which I feel is very important to be shared to you viewers is why I selected a college of a more rural area as compared to a metropolitan area, wherein I did have the choice to go to metropolitan cities, but I kind of instinctively avoided it. And that's because I feel like the most important thing that any doctor or any person in general requires is to be down to earth. And by being surrounded by people who are filled with gratitude, so very humble, grateful, and have that ability to share the same views that patients or common people will approach you with, I would also start to slowly develop my personality to become so approachable and have such a welcoming attitude for patients to come to me. Or at least I hope so. So I did not give much interest at all towards selecting a college of a metropolitan area because I knew that I would get distracted and I might have a personality change in a direction which I am not open to. Silvassa for me has that pleasant atmosphere which I know is what I need for this course. It has all the basic necessities that any student needs. It has enough recreational activities that one needs every now and then. And alongside the college, the library and the hostel, I know I'm happy here. And that's like the main thing which I need when it comes to accomplishing anything. Now, I truly believe that personal opinions completely outweigh whether one college is better than the other. And I truly accept the fact that the hospital is an essentiality when it comes to the criteria for selecting a college. The older the hospital, the better it will be. But it is not necessary for a college to be old, at least in my opinion it's not. Like maybe there will be a slight fluctuation when it comes to academics, but my take on that is that when it comes to the MBBS course or once it comes to college life, lecturers will only give you an outline of the subject. And that in-depth study and complete conceptualization is depending on your self-discipline and love for the subject. And the initial days are hard for everyone, no matter how good the academic facility is, because of that general way in which we prepared for NEET, like cramming up the lines of the NCRT, noting down PYQs and that multiple revision method, it is not going to work here. Like you might do the best in NEET, but once you start the MBBS course, it's all on square one once again. Because the way you're supposed to study is different and the techniques you used for NEET does not work here. At least that's what happened for me. There is just so much diversity over here in my college. And like there are 180 students in our class and it's just amazing. And after coming home for Diwali, I realized that all of the little things that I had missed up on for like those 2 months, coming back now, it's just so much more precious to me. And I realized that it's really important to cherish whatever's happening in the present because that will be temporary, but the emotions they evoke from within is always going to be permanent. Wow, that was pretty deep, I know, but I kind of thought that it was necessary for me to justify the reasons I've come so far from home. I kind of owe that to all of you. But that is it for now, and you can come back next week for more time out with Aisiri. But now, bye!
Bye.